Evening friends. In this video tutorial we'll be going to study about pasteurization technique. So before diving into the topic, let me want to explain what is pasteurization to everyone. So pasteurization is a heat treatment procedure which is adopted in the industries to preserve the dairy products, which means milk products, and the products which are derived from milk are preserved for a longer duration by using this technique called pasteurization. It was named after the French scientist Louis Pasteur, who discovered this technique in the year 1860. So this is an effective procedure to preserve the milk as well as milk products for a longer duration. So the basic science behind pasteurization, right? So we know that the raw milk from cow or buffalo contain variety of microorganisms which are found to be pathogens to human beings. For example, milk contains salmonella, E. coli, and these organisms are potential pathogens, and it causes infection among human beings who drink the milk without sterilizing it, means without heating it, right? So pasteurization is done by exposing the milk to a specific temperature, probably around 145 degree Fahrenheit or 63 degree centigrade, and this period of exposure is for 30 seconds. Remember, the milk is exposed to temperature like 63 degree centigrade, but the period of exposure is just lasts for 30 seconds. So this action will effectively kills most of the harmful bacteria without uh, disturbing or without altering the nutritional value of milk, right? So heat treatment is the primary mechanism. So the principle behind pasteurization is heat treatment, and higher the temperature denatures essential proteins in bacteria, which leads to decrease in bacterial population. When bacterial cell population is decreased, it is directly connected with uh, pure milk. So pure milk will never cause any infection in the consumers or else the people who are taking that milk, right? So time factor, uh, just now we saw that the period of exposure of milk is 30 seconds, right? So this factor is very crucial actually. The duration of heat exposure must be sufficient to eliminate targeted bacterial group, and pasteurization involves a specific temperature, right? It differs actually. There are some bacteria which are found to be forming endospores. Endospores are protective layers formed around some bacterial members, which is found to be very resistant to heat. In such cases, the period of exposure as well as the temperature range also differs, right? And what is the role of pasteurization in extending the shelf life period, right? So we know that milk may be harvested in one particular area, and it has to be transported to some other part of the state or some other part of the nation. So from the collection to the distribution, the quality as well as the nutritional value of the milk has to be retained. So this is achieved by the technique called pasteurization. And once the raw milk contain variety of bacteria, which leads to short shelf life, right? This may leads to what's that? The poor quality of the milk, so that the milk will be easily the quality of the milk is deteriorated. So people will not consume it, or people even they do not buy the brand of milk from the outlets. So it needs to be pasteurized, right? So pasteurization eliminates harmful bacteria, right? So when it is eliminating harmful bacteria, the quality as well as the nutritional value of the milk is retained, right? This will help the sellers to reach the consumers to greater extent, and it also helps us to prevent spoilage. So by removing bacteria, pasteurization helps in preventing the spoilage of milk, right? And ensuring that milk remains safe and palatable for a longer period. So when you go to a outlet, milk outlet, and you are purchasing branded milk packets, right? So in every packets it is labeled as it is a pasteurized milk. So your learning period starts from the moment you purchase a milk packet from an outlet. Look whether the milk is pasteurized or not. If pasteurized, then you can ensure that the milk is safe and palatable for a longer period, right? So what are all the practical applications of pasteurization in dairy industry? And pasteurization is widely implemented process in dairy production, right? So not only in milk but also in dairy products like milk, cream, yogurt, cheese, and even ice creams, right? The process is typically carried out using specialized equipments. Pasteurization can be achieved using different methods like ultra high temperature UHT. So you could find this abbreviation here, UHT processing. So ultimately it is a preservation procedure to preserve milk and milk products, right? What is batch pasteurization? In batch pasteurization, milk is heated in a holding tank at a specific temperature for a predetermined period. So this is only for smaller scale production. So limited quantity of a milk is preserved by batch pasteurization process. Another one is continuous flow pasteurization. As the name implies, in continuous flow pasteurization, milk is continuously heated, right? See the difference. Batch pasteurization is limited for a fixed volume of a milk, right? But here the milk is continuously heated and held at a specific temperature for a specific duration while flowing through a pipes system of pipes. So till the milk is crossing the complete setup, the entire milk volume is heated. So this period of exposure to heat will dramatically reduce the potential bacterial pathogens present in the raw milk. And third one is UHT, which is ultra high temperature processing. So what is ultra high temperature processing? And UHT processing involves heating milk to very high temperature. See, the temperature ranges 135 degrees centigrade. So in the previous slide, I mean in basic pasteurization process, we noted that the temperature is 63 degrees centigrade. So in ultra high temperature pasteurization technique, right, the temperature goes up to 135 degrees centigrade for a shorter span of time, usually few seconds. So this will reduce the microbial flora of the milk, as well as it help us to retain the shelf life period of milk and milk products, right? And a conclusion, um, pasteurization help us to ensure the safety of the milk. Second thing, convenience. So extended shelf life allows for easier storage, right? It will help the consumers to store the milk for longer duration. Availability. Pasteurization enables mass production and distribution of safe dairy products, ensuring their availability to consumers, right? And the last one is health. Pasteurization protects consumers from foodborne illness, right? uh, if milk is not properly heated, the consumers will be affected by a disease called Q fever, right? Q fever. But pasteurized milk will enable us to eliminate all potential bacterial pathogens. This will help the sellers to provide safe milk to the consumers, right? So pasteurization is an effective technique which is adopted for the preservation of milk and milk products. Hope this video lesson will help you to understand what is pasteurization and the science behind pasteurization, the role of pasteurization in extending the shelf life of dairy products, applications of pasteurization, and the concluding remarks. Hope you all enjoy this video. Definitely, we will meet in another session. Till then, bye bye. Dr. P. Samuel, Assistant Professor, Biotechnology, Bishop Heber College. Take care.